y'all. We're back. It's Fellavision again. Round, I don't know, 10. Is this the episode? This could be episode 10.
This is 9.
Fuck it.
This one is
This
before?
is 9 then. And for this episode, folks, we saw a movie that everybody's been buzzing about.
Ooh, I like that.
We saw
I also like
Beekeeper,
that too.
folks, because there's nothing else that comes out in a shit month like January. And by the time you're watching this, folks, that's right. The Birds have made it to the Super Bowl. Go Birds, let's go Eagles. January 30th, right? That's the day, probably today. So the Birds made it. We're all excited about that. What do you guys think?
Oh, yeah. Go Birds. They're
They
so
did it
excited that
again.
they did it.
They did it again. They went back to the bowl. We're so fucking excited for the Birds.
Yep.
Wow. What else happened this week, folks? Other than the Birds making it to the Super Bowl, what
We got
else?
the
did we-
birds, the bees, everything else. You know,
Birds and the bees, dude.
Wow.
there's absolutely shit going on. We do fuck all. 2024. It's off to a beautiful start, but January's just tough. It's fucking feels like 10 degrees outside. Can't leave the house. You got to be ready for anything, but in reality, nothing's going on. The sun is setting at 3:45 every day.
Movies like Beekeeper are coming out.
Exactly. It's like
And that's the good film.
all the studios know that all the chatter right now is still focused on getting ready for the Oscars, generating all that buzz for last year. People are trying to catch up. I still haven't seen Anatomy of a Fall. You guys haven't seen Zone of Interest. All this stuff. But we're gathering, and the studios are like, we need to get stuff out there. But listen, we know that anything that is worth a fucking shit is not going to come out right now because we need to carry this buzz till next year for the Oscars next year.
the
It's all-
Oscars, yeah.
It's all systems. So what they do is they dump out this kind of movie, this beekeeping kind of movie.
You mean sick ones?
Yeah. I mean, I have in my life, the homie. We're gonna shout out Mike Russo again, but we have had a pattern of going to see movies like this together for on a Tuesday night for 5-6 years.
Sus, weirdos.
Yeah, sucking each other off in the car, like before, after, or whatever.
Some Saltburn shit.
on some Saltburn shit.
some salted
Shout out
burns.
last episode.
No, but one movie I can think of specifically is Run All Night with Liam Neeson. Have you guys heard of this one?
No.
It's from 2015, and it's basically the concept is it's taken on a bus.
Okay.
And
Like Speed mixed with Taken.
yeah, but he's like
Taking Speed.
it's a guy.
love Taken Speed.
It all takes place in one night, and I don't even remember. Common is the bad guy. If that gives you another
I love
idea.
Common.
All right.
What?
Shout out Common B. What a fucking banger record.
That record is
Go,
good.
go.
Yeah, produced by
Right?
Kanye.
It's the food, baby.
Yeah, that record's amazing. But he's trying to get across town basically, so it just takes place on the train, the bus, a couple bikes, I think.
All different kind of
bikes.
commuting type situations.
Yeah, but that kind of thing. The Need for Speed movie is kind of similar to this. I don't know if you guys
Oh, wait,
know.
did Liam Neeson make it across the city?
Spoiler.
Definitely.
Yeah, he made it. Of course he did.
Did he save the president's daughter or whatever? Or
Thought
his own
bubble going
daughter?
above my head is just fucking cobwebs. And I'm just like, absolutely. The Honest Thief, another Liam Neeson movie where he's just a thief, but he's honest. That was another one.
He's like,
a lot of
I'm
Liam Neeson movies
taking
fall
this.
into this.
I know of a thief that's not honest.
Don't even.
Okay.
What happened?
The stealer of time, Andy.
Oh my
He never
God.
shows up on time to anything. We had a little bit of a blowout before
Oh,
this episode
Time
started.
Thief is
He's
an
a time
incredible.
thief.
Yeah, but we're spending a lot of time inside. When we're outside, we're waiting. We're going to the movies. We're getting back.
Yeah, we're gaming is what we're fucking
gaming.
doing.
And we're helping our friends game. JP, you want to take it for a minute and tell all the audience how...
Yeah, how fucking
How nice we
generous
are.
and sick we are.
Yeah, the next
The
time you're
fellas
like...
bought the homie Cheese a PlayStation 5
Mm-hmm.
because he's a broke loser. Dork, dude. Get some money. Get your money up,
He
bro.
was also Gamer of the Year untelevised. You know, we
was Gamer of
voted
the
and he
Year.
won Gamer of the
Yeah,
Year.
we cut that bit
We
to
cut
save
that
3
bit,
minutes out of the 2-hour podcast.
That was a long pod.
Any
and
kind of
he-
cheese talk gets
Yeah,
cut, except
so-
for this bit.
He got a PlayStation out of it.
He's been, he's one of the Warzone homies. He's been in the Drop Squad for years.
That's right.
About 5 years going now. Triple B Drop Squad represent. Get your t-shirts on. Shout out to all 10 people who bought that shirt from the Triple B Records store. But he's one of the OGs, right? And he's been playing on a PlayStation 4. And we're 5 years in. He's still playing on a fucking PlayStation 4, and he complains the entire time. And so the boys got together. I may or may not have lost a bet that was $100 to him, and I didn't want to give it to him. But I said, I'll give it to you if you end up buying a PS5 with it. And he said, I can't spend money, dude. Whatever the fuck he said. And then everyone else was like, I'll throw in 50. I'll throw in 30. I'll throw in 50 again. And then we got it up to a point where we only had to spend $80, and we convinced him to finally cop the PS5. And my boy is hyped. He's
So
a
wait,
happy
he
boy.
got one for $80?
He got. It might have been less because his trade-in was $90.
Yeah,
not
he
$75.
traded in the PS4, and then everyone else. I had this idea around Christmas because I did feel bad that he was having such trouble with the gaming setup because I think gaming is life to our dear friend David. But I was like, if we all put in like $55, does that get him there? Because like it's a 8-person group chat at this point,
Yeah.
probably with people jumping in and out. But
Shout out to the new member, Paul. We rock with you.
shut up, Paul. But yeah, I mean, it's a nice thing, and then you're losing that bet, and then getting shamed by everyone else in the chat to honoring the bet.
I didn't want
was
to, I'll be
really
honest.
that was the.
Wait, what was the
match.
bet? What was the
bet?
bet?
Was that he played the game more than me. Which by the way, let me just say, on recording here, I knew that it wasn't true. I knew that I had just found the stats panel and I saw how much I played the game and I was like, holy fucking shit. So I was trying to piss Cheese off, which is one of my favorite things to do, by saying he plays the game more than me, and he's really bad, by the way, folks. I'm really good. And so I was giving him shit. You play more than me and you suck. And he's like, I don't play more than you. I was like, bet you $100 you do. As a bit. And then sure enough, he doesn't. And then everyone's like, you bet him $100. And I did, but it was a bit. So I had to give him $100, but I put it under the guys that I'll give it to him for the game. And then we brought back the Christmas bit, and everybody chipped in and got the boy the game console. And he's probably on it right fucking now.
Definitely.
In fact, I bet if you check the chat, it says anyone on ?
Yep.
Because my hand
Is
is
this the
dropping.
Discord?
From a
You
number
can
I
see?
haven't saved.
It's you don't have his number saved? Oh my fucking god! It's been
Wow.
5 years. He doesn't have Jesus' number saved.
There's a couple numbers in there. I'm just like, oh, it's the 781. Okay.
But I sent Andy a. Speaking of PS5s, I sent Andy a clip of a homie that is very much so cheese-like in his house with his daughter and his partner, and this gave me the vibes, and it reminded me of this clip. I wanted to share it with you. Let's run it.
What do you guys think of this setup?
Fire sitting in front of the city.
Don't.
Why? Why?
Because this is all you do.
It's not. It's all I have.
That reminds me of the one time I took. We have like an accent chair in my old apartment, and I just completely fucked up my living room by just switching it around, putting it 5 feet in front of like the big
I do
screen
that every
TV.
time I play. I play on PC when I play Warzone, but any sports games like FIFA or anything like that, I play on my PlayStation. I bring my computer chair to my living room, in which I have way too large of a TV, and I put that sucker right in front of it, just like that.
Yeah.
That's the way to game. If you don't game like that, you're a casual gamer, and that is AKA a loser.
Can I put you on to a video game I've been playing?
Let's go.
It's very January. Powerwasher Simulator. You guys know about this?
Dude,
Oh,
you
yeah.
showed me this already.
This was
Oh, yeah,
huge.
at New Year's.
We played this on New Year's Eve.
yeah.
We played this on New Year's Eve. Everyone sat around the TV while Danny power washed a van.
Let me tell you, my current rig for Powerwasher Simulator is that the PS4 is in the living room. Andy's playing that. And then I'm on the PS5 remote play on my laptop. We're doing co-op missions. We're power washing entire houses together, sitting next to each other, listening to podcasts.
Getting the work done.
Yeah.
Are you guys listening to the same podcast? Or
Yeah, we
different
have
podcasts?
we have a podcast on the Sonos, and we're just going.
Oh, nice.
Going ham.
Why don't you start a biz?
Power washing?
Yeah.
Well, in the game, you have unlimited water. I feel like it would be pretty wasteful with how.
To start power
From
washing.
what I've seen in the TikTok world, people let you use their water most of the time. It's really a faux pas and not let people use water to power wash their
Oh yeah,
homes.
I'm just trying to be a little eco-conscious. In the game, it's
It's-
unlimited
it's all
water.
gravy, baby.
Oh,
yeah, it's just
okay.
graphics.
Yeah, gotcha.
But it's very fun. It was free on the PlayStation Store for the last month.
Oh,
You missed
damn.
out, but it's like $20.
Damn.
Is it worth $20? Would you say?
There isn't that much content, so I would say no.
They need to put more packs in there.
I need more
They need more
maps.
DLC.
Yeah, shout out to the playground map. It's huge.
Yeah, we also did Lawnmower Simulator.
Oh yeah,
That one sucks.
That one was pretty shit. This is way cooler.
Did you guys ever have like your parents pull the plug on a video game system when you were a kid?
Okay, I have a pretty dark story about exactly that, but I did not.
My mom
intend
fucked
to
me
tell.
up on Need for Speed one time, and I lost my shit crying.
Yeah,
And
of course you cried.
in front of my friends, and I went into the bathroom and started breaking things. And I think that was like the last time I ever played video games.
Wow,
Well, we can get back in if you want.
And you were like Saltburn, and then just like punch the mirror.
So I was playing Warcraft 3. Before World of Warcraft, there was Warcraft 3. I was playing that, and I'd pissed my dad. Oh, I'd skipped school. I wasn't going to
skipping
school.
school to play
I lived
Warcraft.
right across the street from our middle school. And so I would just skip school and play video games with the homies who
Badass.
also skipped school. And my dad came home early and saw me playing and freaked out. And he tried to take my computer. And I thought, this is like my second time in 8th grade because I failed. So I'm big boy at this point, physically and just age. And he thinks he can take my shit. And this is the moment I'm going to buck up. This is it. This is the day that my dad first punched me in the face. This was day one. This is day 0. Knocked me the fuck out, dude. Clocked me good.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I thought I started it. I was like, fuck you, pushed him, and he just like laid me out. So anyway, Warcraft 3, getting punched in the face by your dad.
Nice.
We've talked about my dad beating my ass on this podcast. I figured I'd drop another story for y'all.
I feel like we get one deep story per ep on the regular now.
I also, after that, did the classic I'm running away thing. Got on my electric scooter, shout out Revel, pretty similar, or Bird. I got on one of those type of things that I had that my
What was
dad
that
got me for
gasoline
Christmas.
was it gasoline powered at that
No,
time?
it was like a little.
electric?
It was electric and terrible. It went like
I was gonna
5
say, I
bucks.
was like, I feel like that time there was
It
all
went just a
electric
little bit
or
faster than
gas.
walking, and so I ripped
So
on
slower
that.
than a non-powered scooter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, could have just ripped the razor.
Ripped that sucker, listening to the Punkorama CD on my Walkman.
I imagine Lincoln Park for a
to
second
to Chris Krause's house where I stay with him. His dad opened the door. I had a black eye, and he goes, "Who'd you piss off?" and I lived with Chris
Dude,
for like
shout
weeks
out,
after that.
Shout out to like the 90s.
Yeah.
Do you
What are
think
you
if
trying
you
to say?
were
I'm not
I
that
was
old.
gonna say, I was like,
Two-
this
the
is
2000s?
2000.
I mean, it's the
this is
90s,
probably
baby.
actually 1990. Yeah, this might be 2000.
Shout out to 90s style parenting. I should say.
Yeah.
Do you think if you were a Madden guy, you would have survived the punch? You would have knocked out.
100%.
You think
Yeah,
it's a Warcraft
Yeah, it's
situation?
definitely a
that
Warcraft.
makes
That
it
did
situation.
lead to like some of the greatest weeks of my childhood because, like I said, I moved in with Chris after that for a few weeks, and this is right around when CKY dropped. If y'all fuck with CKY
Yeah,
videos.
that was a big week when somebody got a VHS of CKY.
And we started antiquing each other. You guys remember antiquing?
Yeah.
Don't.
It's when you take flour and somebody's asleep and you just throw it at their face as hard as you can. You antique them. It might have been
People,
Jackass.
I was
on
gonna say,
there.
I was like, it
this is
definitely was,
Jackass. It was
but
the
it was
same
on.
type
I
of
feel like
thing.
it was on
Tomato,
CKY.
tomato.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we were doing shit like this to each other. It was a great time. I also think that this would have been the first time him and I ever heard Leftover Crack.
Oh hell yeah.
That same because I was in his bedroom, we're listening to Leftover Crack and Choking Victim, being
Yeah.
like, "This
Fuck
is
World
cool."
Trade.
No gods, no masters type shit. Fuck World Trade. Shout out to C Squat again.
Yeah.
Second C Squat.
Yeah, definitely. C Squat. Big.
Yeah, fuck
big.
World Trade. Where do you work again?
Not here.
Ooh.
All right, y'all. So
Wow, from fuck World Trade to World
So yeah, fuck it. We saw Beekeeper, dude. We're keeping bees. The
I
big
was
thing
keeping
about
some
us.
bees. I was keeping some bees.
Yeah, I've been keeping bees. You're the only person who ever cared for me. We're keeping bees. So Beekeeper, right? It's another Statham joint. Y'all fuck with Statham?
Big time.
Yeah, I know. I'm a Statham fan.
You cranking it? You cranking that?
I fucking love Crank too.
I cranked yesterday.
Yeah, I bet you did. This guy cranks incessantly.
Yeah, I cranked.
He's a
between
big
our
cranker.
break.
Yeah, I was
He's a
cranking yesterday
crank
before we
yanker.
met.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a Statham flick. Obviously, everyone knows my man for being a bit cockney and rocking on action films. My man's a beekeeper. Movie starts out, he's keeping bees, and then it turns out a beekeeper is actually okay. This is my best guess on what a beekeeper is. Okay? So this movie's about a secret agent retired to become a beekeeper, but he also was a beekeeper in his agent days. And what is a beekeeper, you might ask, in terms of being a government agent? Well, a beekeeper is the guy that keeps the hive in check. And so he's basically the checks and balances. There's one guy appointed, I think it's in America only. It seems like it's just like he's the U.S.
Yeah,
beekeeper.
there's one because there is a replacement in this movie.
So there's a beekeeper appointed into this position. It's a secret agency that's outside of the CIA, outside of the FBI, outside of the presidency.
Outside
and if
of Congress.
anything goes awry, Even if the president acts up, the beekeeper will either kill that person or put them in check or do something to right the balance of the beehive. And that's what this guy did. And then somebody kills his neighbor, a scammer. Shout out to scamming. I would definitely do what they did in this movie if I figured out how to do it. Scam this old lady. She kills herself. He gets pissed about it. Goes on a whole haywire chase to find out who's responsible as a beekeeper. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, therein lies the plot of the movie. Yeah, I like Statham. Italian Job was my first experience with him. You guys know that movie?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I remember it.
Mini Cooper's just ripping.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, the best advertisement game in the world.
It made me want a Mini Cooper, for sure.
Yeah, but I think Statham, past couple of years, not hitting for me as much. The
No.
Meg.
Yeah, the Meg is really his downfall.
He
but-
also definitely changed his accent.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, in all of his other ones, very South London, like, old type motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he definitely is doing some different shit in this one.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know what they're going for in this one because, like, it's supposed to take place in America, but then it's not even filmed in America.
Yeah,
Like, this
was it
whole
not
movie-
filmed in
No, it was
America?
filmed in London, and it was supposed to, in Kent. And it
Shout
was
out to my
supposed
homie not wanting to leave his country.
Yeah.
Though. I do rock with that.
This was set in, like, the outskirts of Boston.
Everything, what the fuck's up with Boston
It's
lately,
all
dude?
it's all Massachusetts. I think it has to do. I mean, a couple years ago, like Boston tried to get a bunch of tax credit stuff to like incentivize films to go there.
Like Atlanta?
No,
Yeah.
but this movie never stepped foot in Boston. This movie took place in London and in Kent.
Well, that does
nearby.
that does kind of explain
So
why
this is
the
this is a
exterior-
fantasy
Okay.
version of America.
Okay. Well, I thought for sure there was in America, so they did a good
Nah.
job.
There are
Ah.
exterior shots that are from Boston.
Yeah,
Like,
okay, there definitely
but
are exterior shots, but-
they're like they're like shaky cam like iPhone footage, which we should talk about. The director of this movie, David Ayer.
Yeah.
David Ayer, baby.
David Ayer. He has been cooking, I would say, mostly in the last decade. I think his 4 biggest movies to date are Suicide Squad, which everyone knows, Joker.
Apparently, the studios ripped that movie apart and kind of fucked them up. Apparently,
What was shit?
they fucked up the edit.
Fury, war movie. End of Watch with Jake Gyllenhaal, which I hear is pretty good. I
Wait,
haven't
Fury
seen
was
it.
good. He did that?
Yes.
Yeah, I liked Fury.
I never
didn't see
saw
that
it.
one.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Shia
And then-
ripped out his tooth
He
for
did
that
Training
movie.
Day?
No, he wrote Training Day,
Oh, I was going to say Training Day fucking.
but he also
Rocks.
he's a writer on Fast and the Furious.
Okay, so my
So,
man's
so
got a
he
fucking resume.
brings the authenticity to Fast and the Furious and Training Day. Apparently,
What does he look like? Go up. Let me see his face.
he's definitely a goatee kind of guy.
That guy
nowadays.
kind of looks tight.
He's apparently a career criminal.
He looks like
Turned
young
writer.
Uncle, what's his name from Succession? Greg's uncle, Greg's grandfather.
Yeah.
The Babe guy.
Doesn't he look?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah,
looks like the
Babe
Babe
guy.
farmer.
Yeah.
He looks like a young version, dude. There's going to be a Succession prequel. I'm calling it now, and he's going to play this guy. Right? That looks like young
dead
version.
ringer.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Look how good I am at this game, dude.
Would you watch that?
I've done
show?
this a few times, right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty good
I
at
would
this.
watch the origin story, the period piece of
Last
Succession.
Step, Upright Citizens Brigade guy looks like Duncan from Saltburn. This guy looks like Ewan from Succession. I've done this a few times, bro.
Yeah, it's mostly in the lower half of the face, I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. And the nose and the
If you got a
schnoz.
doppelganger, JP's gonna find him.
But yeah, so I feel like, you know, obviously this movie's made to be a dumb action flick. It's meant
Yeah.
like the director knows that it's like a stupid premise and really fucking leans into it.
Yeah.
I feel like they made so many like keeping bees references.
I feel like in
It
the
was so
first half of this
stupid.
movie, there was a lot of not taking the movie seriously, but funny puns and stuff. Like there's like a lot of like
I keep
how
bees.
funny is it to like talk about the hive and bees and shit like that. But then by the end, it kind of I don't know, kind of gets a little too serious.
Yeah. I feel like the idea of like the beehive being like society
Yeah, that
is
was like an
very
obvious
funny
allegory.
to me. Like,
Yeah.
It's very funny that he's meant to keep the beehive in check, and so he's like gonna kill the president's son, which by the way he does. Spoiler,
Yeah,
fuck this. I'm spoiling everything about this movie. He kills
Yeah,
the
it's-
president's son.
Also, it was just interesting because we're doing like the beehive bit, and it was like, oh, there's the queen. So then in this world, the president is
Is the
a
queen.
woman. So it was just like kind of interesting play on like the beekeeper vibe.
Yeah. The other funny thing about the beekeeping premise is that through this whole movie, Jason Statham he's introduced to us as a person who is beekeeping, actually, like producing honey and stuff like that, and has a whole thing. He's renting out property from his landlord to do this. Like, he has a whole bunch of acreage to do it, and it's cool. But no other beekeeper that we meet, or like any part of this secret non-government entity, has anything to do with that otherwise.
Not at all.
So the other beekeeping people that we meet and the experience that we have with them is just that, like, they're nothing like this man who just loves bees. So maybe he became a hitman because he loved bees so much.
Yeah, he fucks with bees so heavily. I don't know. That could be it.
It's an interesting thought.
Before we dive a little deeper into the beats of this movie, let me get your best out of the three of you. I'm springing this on you. Your best Statham accent, starting with Andy. Go.
We should all say the same sentence. What do we say?
Fuck, I don't know. Let me think of a random.
You
sentence.
give us a crank line. You yourself.
All right, yeah. I'm walking my dog down the avenue.
I have to go first.
Yeah.
But I can punch up someone. I'm walking my dog. No. Fuck.
That was pretty good.
I'm walking my dog down the avenue. I'm walking my dog down the avenue.
Damn it, he'd eat it. I'm walking my dog down the avenue.
Andy?
I'm walking my dog down the avenue.
Holy shit. That was pretty good.
Is Statham in the building right now?
I don't even want to do it now. That was really good. I'm walking my dog down the avenue. I can't do it.
Fucking Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to excellent Mr. Dundee.
Let's do one more tiebreaker.
Wait, what is this?
I'm getting cranked off.
I'm getting cranked off.
Yeah, that'll work. We'll leave it there.
I'm getting cranked off.
Back to Crocodile Dundee.
Cranked off.
I'm not doing that one. That's too sus for me, folks. I don't do any type of shit like that. But yeah, so another funny allegory throughout this movie. Like I said, he kills the president's son. That's how this movie ends. But they keep going into the idea.
Great start. Here's how it ends.
They go into the idea of that, like, there's this whole queen theory. So the queen is the president in this allegory, and the bees will kill the queen if she produces bad offspring.
Yeah, bad offspring. Yeah.
And the son is a bad offspring because he, being the new CEO of her company, he takes over when she becomes president. Very Trump-esque. She's the CEO of some very powerful company. She becomes president, so her son takes over. And he raises funds for her campaign by doing these phone scams, which catches the neighbor, and she ultimately kills herself because she gets scammed out of all of her money. Who was it? There was another sidebar. There was a guy who got scammed. Who was it that you brought up?
Oh, Josh Hutcherson, his brother.
No, the fucking the anchor.
The anchor?
Yeah, you shared a video of like some news anchor who got.
No. They were talking about Josh Hutcherson's grandmother got scammed, and basically the scammer used the brother as the.
Nah, dog, you shared some Good Morning America shit.
No, that was the shit that I shared.
It wasn't.
Was it this guy?
No.
No.
But anyway,
I'll
some
find
news anchor gets scammed by thinking like, like he like a fraud alert on his phone, and then he gets like an alert to like call his bank, and then he calls these people and gets all of his money emptied. That's basically what happens to these people in this movie. Yeah, you remember.
I'm starting to remember. No. It was the guy from Bravo. That's who you're talking about.
Yeah, it's this video.
It was Michael Cohen.
Andy Cohen.
Andy Cohen.
I just don't want it to happen to anyone else. I lost my bank card. Yeah, fine. Reported it lost. The next day, I get an email that looked like it was from my bank's fraud alert. Yeah. It wasn't. I clicked the link,
looks a lot better with
which
the beard
took me
now.
to my bank page. They asked me to sign in.
Not to say it looks bad in this.
I signed in. What I did there was give these scammers.
How do you not recognize that
access
the
to my
web page you're
account.
signing
The next
into
day,
isn't the one you always sign
I
into?
get a text. Someone's trying. It looks like it's from my bank. Someone's trying to use your credit card.
They probably made it look exactly like his
Yeah, they
bank.
probably make it look pretty similar.
I can see the differences.
The phone rings again.
You
The
wouldn't get
caller
scammed.
ID says
Couldn't
it's
be
from
you.
my
I wouldn't.
bank. I pick
If
it
this
up.
is happening to
It
me
simply wouldn't
This
happen.
is
if this is happening to me at
fraud
8
alert.
a.m., I might be
I
getting
said,
scammed.
yes.
The funny thing is that this seems like a pretty complicated scam, and the thing that happens in this movie to the woman is so easy to detect.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
they're moving through the beats of the scam for the sake of the movie, but this is how it goes. They like send you a fraud alert. You call the number on the text. They ask you to log into your bank. They send you a fake link. You log in. They have your credentials. It's like a whole thing, and they kind of like sped through that. It's like it's still active today how this scam works. Yeah. But that's what they're playing at is this scam that Andy Cohen got. Yeah.
I do like that the banks actually send her fraud alerts on the phone to stop it, and she's just so overwhelmed that she's just I can't do this.
By the way, like, she killed herself. What a dumbass. Just call your bank and be like, I got scammed. They'll look into it. They'll be like, yeah, you did. And they're FDIC insured.
You've never
They'll
lost...
sort it out in a matter of a day. Yeah. Like, don't kill yourself, dumbass.
You've never lost $2 million.
Great calling the FDIC.
We rock with the FDIC on this podcast.
You should have your money spread into different accounts.
Diversify.
So you get the insurance.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is a financial advice podcast.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't put more than
By the way,
$250,000.
interest rates going down.
Oh, they're going down.
Now's the time to invest.
Yeah.
I think that this movie falls into Lineage, like we're talking about, where it has the tone of trying to get every part of the plot set up in the first, like, 3 minutes of the movie to exactly justify one character being as violent as possible so that the audience can just act as, like, can just witness this guy fucking shit up for as long as they want.
It's like the Taken thing.
It's the Taken thing. It's a John Wick thing. It's just... I am filled with this, like, this rage that I can't change anything in my society, so I need to watch someone basically destroy it, and and then I can feel, like, vindicated. Very similar to the movie Law Abiding Citizen. That's my favorite, like, trashy movie like this.
Yeah.
Also written by the same guy.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. Yep. All right. Well, damn. This also, like, you hit a nail on the head where it's like, this is for frustrated males who like want to burn it all down. And like there's a clip on TikTok I saw recently of this woman running into a parking. Have y'all seen this?
No.
The lady runs into the parking spot while this guy's pulling in and she refuses to move. It's like this like the younger Asian girl and then her mom run into a parking spot and block it. I feel like that. This guy, they should make a Statham style movie about this guy flipping out. Is this it? You got that's
really
not
got to
it.
get a TikTok.
That's not it. But no,
but I mean,
that's
people do
not
this
it.
all
That's
the time.
clearly fake. This one's fake.
Yeah, she's acting.
Andy, you suck at this, but also I should have sent it to you beforehand. But anyway, it's like that.
People who do this are just
it's like that
embarrassing.
energy. Like Statham's driving, flips out because it's not this one either. Just stop.
Statham parks in the parking lot in the lane, sets up a tripod, tries to back into the spot,
and then somebody does the thing to him.
Yeah, somebody doesn't let him.
And
in
he
there.
burns down society because of it. They need to make that movie.
Yes.
But yeah, it's definitely like a society has wronged me in this very personal way, and now I'm going to kill that part of society that's wrong and correct it.
Yeah.
Shout out John Wick, shout out Taken, etc.
Yeah. Also, the like when you kill the bad guy, all is absolved, and you ride off into the sunset, and
Yeah.
all is good now.
Or
It's not like
scuba away.
Yeah, and it's just like it's not like when you burn down a data center that all that data is gone and everyone gets their money back and stuff like that. It's just like there's just one dead person and then somebody new is coming in. The scams continue. Like nothing has really changed in the world, but in this world,
he does take down the Cloud in this movie, the infamous Cloud.
Yeah.
Fuck the Cloud. We don't rock with the Cloud on this podcast. Everything here is digital. That doesn't make sense.
I was like,
everything here is localized.
Yeah.
That's the words.
The filing, the Fellavision filing cabinet is huge. And it's
we
heavy.
do use Dropbox, which is cloud based, but we got everything on hard drives. So don't even try us, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
If you try to scam us, too bad we have it all backed up. Just kidding. Yeah. Andy's computer is full, and he complains every single day about how he can't record another episode because his computer is full.
All right, shout out Synology for my NAS system for backing this shit up on my own private cloud.
Oh, so you rock with the cloud?
No, I have my own private cloud. It's not. I don't fuck with other people's cloud.
So
I am the
cloud.
cloud. Yeah, I was just like, I am my own rainstorm.
A cloud follows me also. All the time. Separately, you know what? I know we're talking about the movie right now. I want to take a break from this movie and talk about the fact that I did purchase Ozempic. Ooh. Got my first pen. I haven't stabbed myself with it yet because my doctor told me I picked it up, right? And the doctor, I call him like, hey, I picked it up. It seems like a higher dose than you told me. And he's like, oh, I gave you the wrong one. I'm paying out of pocket for this because they don't give it to just fat people, which is what I am. They give it to diabetic people, which I'm coming to be. So they don't do it. You can't be pre-diabetic. You have to be full-on beaties. So I had to pay out of pocket for this pen, which is the wrong dose. And my doctor was just like, yeah, just take it anyway. The side effects will be way stronger, though. You'll have a lot of GI issues. You'll probably puke, a lot of nausea. I'm like, dude, no, fix this. He's like, okay, I wrote you a script for the 0.25. Go pick it up. I was like, this was $1,000. He's like, yeah, you're going to need to get another one.
Would they let you return it and like exchange?
No, but it doesn't expire. So I can just use it next month.
When you get diabetes? What's the fucking plan?
When I'm Bedic. But yeah, you told me about a diabetes ass lady, or no, she might have just been a fat actually, who took Ozempic and is trying to sue.
Well, she's not hot.
She's not hot?
Wait, no, she's not fat. Yo, can we just pause for a second?
She's not hot.
We are not pausing. This is great.
No, we're right.
I thought we were going into headlines, or I thought we were doing this later.
We're
I don't really know what's happening.
Yeah, I was like, we're not done with the Beekeeper yet.
We have other headlines.
Hold on. It's like, you know,
I don't know why. I just felt like I needed to talk about it.
So
you need to get this off your chest. So what? Yeah, she's not hot. She's kind of hot, but she's not fat. So why is she on Ozempic? Do you know?
Well,
I stand by what I said.
So yeah, I was like, now that you've been wronged by this doctor, why wouldn't you burn down this society?
Bring it back, brother.
There you go.
It's like, I think that we have a great movie on our hand here. Burn down.
Do we want to put a pin in this story and go back to burning down society? Because my doctor is such a fucking prick.
Yeah,
and he was just cool.
And he was cool with it, and he's cost you a bunch of money.
Yeah,
you probably thought you wanted to be bulimic. It's just like, oh, you're gonna puke. That's good for you, right?
How sketchy was the link that I ended up sending you that was recommended to me?
Yeah, by the way, fucking Andy sends me this link. It could have been a scam link, just like a Beekeeper. Yeah. See, we're keeping it on movie. Where he's like, oh, my mom can get Ozempic for $80 or something out of pocket. I was like, no way. And he sends me just like some bullshit scam like site. I was like, oh, pay us $120.
Did your mom come up with this link, or did you find this link?
It was a friend of my mom's, and the way that it was explained to me was like, oh, there's this place where you can get it directly from the
Canada?
compound.
You can get it from the maker of it.
Yeah, but then it turns out it was basically just like fucking Hello Fresh for Ozempic.
And this points out to how old people can get scammed and kill themselves.
It's not like technically Ozempic; it's some other drug.
But it's same formula, just a generic
I think
version.
it has the same.
So they're gonna do Beekeeper 2, where Andy's mom gets scammed into buying Ozempic
and has diarrhea for life,
and she just cannot stop shitting, and then kills herself because of it. And then Andy, the toilet man, that's what this movie's gonna be called, is gonna go on a rampage and kill the president's son.
I like when Beekeeper 2 is actually Toilet Man. Like every time there's a different allegory that we run with, it's like
society's the plumbing system.
Andy is a retired hitman.
Flush it all down.
Yeah, we're flushing it all this time. Yeah.
Beekeeper 2, the flush.
Yeah.
It's funny because I feel like this woman signed up for one of those hypothetical situations that you ask your friends when you're just chilling. It's like, yo, would you rather be like skinny and mad hot or have diarrhea forever? But you have to have diarrhea forever.
I would take skinny and mad hot, but have diarrhea forever.
Yeah,
Other than look like this.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, well, I mean, I am mad hot, just the first part of it.
This might.
As long as I don't feel sick, the diarrhea is fine. As long as I don't feel the sickness.
Go up. This guy's stabbing. Go down. You're so bad at this. That guy stabbing it into a flat tummy. Yeah, right, brother. That's not what it looks like when you're big.
That's a guy that's been on Ozempic for a while. Like that guy's like.
Look at the stock image of somebody shitting though. That's something you can buy on Getty Images for sure.
What is she?
That's
wearing
a nice toilet though. That's one of the floaters.
Is that like a hoodie robe?
She's shitting into her robe.
Yeah, that's a dirty robe.
You can tell that she's sitting on the robe.
But the toes curling and grabbing the rug is
she's got
pretty
GI
great.
issues.
That's a good actress.
She's really showing.
A toilet seat door?
Whoa, that door
That's a nice
seems
door.
a little bit toilety.
I didn't know that Ozempic could make you shit bad forever though. That's a new piece of news for me.
I mean,
would you take it?
I'm gonna take it.
Do you think this is a psyop? Do you think this is trying to like get? Speaking of Beekeeper, like, do you think this is a psyop? Because this might just be the pharmaceutical company trying to like stop people from taking it.
They want people to take it.
Who? Yeah, what pharmaceutical wants people to stop?
Doctors, I don't know.
Like, doctors apparently really want you to take it
because
because
they
get
paid
paid to give you the higher dose.
I think the only thing this is the media trying to get clicks. New York Post trying to get some people to click on that thing. Be like, I want Ozempic. Wait, am I going to shit bad forever?
Am I going to shit forever or what?
Yeah, they're making everyone live in fear.
Anyway, folks, Beekeeper. Shitting Ozempic Beekeeper.
Burning down society because it wronged you.
Yeah, I don't know. This, again, like, this movie is like very much so of the vein of like dumb on purpose action movies. but it's dumb on purpose and also dumb.
Well, this is that classic.
Do you know what I mean by that?
The classic trope of the retired hitman being pulled back in.
And some of those are
but
great.
I mean, that is like the premise. I feel like of almost, I would say 80% of action movies.
Okay, yeah, exactly. And that can be done really well.
Totally.
And like obviously it's a stupid thing and everyone who goes to this movie has bought into like I'm going to see a dumb action movie.
Yeah.
The thing is though, it is that and it's like it does a decent job, but it's also just like dumb in a separate way that doesn't make it like as good as Taken or as good as John Wick.
Can I maybe elaborate why I feel that way?
Yeah.
What's up?
I think it's that the whole concept of this beekeeping guy is a 12-year-old having a conversation with another 12-year-old where they're creating a superhero like together and then they're basically comparing him as oh no, he's faster than Spider-Man, no, he's stronger than the Hulk. It's like, oh, can Batman beat him? No, he has more tools than Batman. Can Superman beat him? No, he's more powerful. And at the end of the day, it's like there's no real issue that this character can come into because too powerful, too mysterious, no overhead, and like
except for a secretary with a very old computer.
Yeah, like
exactly. No one can
walkie-talkie
stop
kind of
you
film.
from doing anything. And like at a certain point, like characters like John Wick, like there are things that can like stop them eventually, even though they are super sick and you want to watch them kick ass. But at the end of the day, there needs to be some sort of buy-in from the audience to be like, this person has a weakness. And someone's going to eventually exploit it.
Well, let's talk about the people who tried to exploit it. We got the Beekeeper 2, the second Beekeeper.
The second Beekeeper.
And also the Mercenaries in the end of the movie. Let's talk first about, you had a great bit about these people. The exact same thing. The second Beekeeper and the Mercenaries, you had a very funny...
Oh, yeah. The Beekeeper 2 really made me realize that this movie is basically a video game cutscene where Jason Statham's character is the default skin and everyone else is pay to play getting the shiny like Peter Griffin Fortnite.
Yeah, they're getting 2K tattoos and like a yellow afro.
Everyone's spending VC to get their thing and then they pop in and the first Beekeeper lady is wearing this like pink polyester shiny reflective jacket and blue boots. And she comes driving in
she also has like a mohawk hair kind of thing. Like like she looks like I don't know, like an 80s.
Yeah,
like
she's
kind
in
of like
Cyberpunk 2077 or whatever the hell it was called.
Yeah,
definitely cyberpunk as fuck. With the Gatling gun on the back of the Cybertruck or whatever the hell kind of truck that was.
She rolls up with a Gatling gun and then it's shooting 100 bullets a second.
Yeah,
it's funny.
None of those bullets hit him or go through any of the things that need to go through.
Well, that's the thing, right? Is that they really call in the other Beekeeper really early into this movie, like 45 minutes, and she gets done in a not even 30-minute sequence.
Yeah.
So it's like
gas station blow up.
You really have to build up to like, oh shit, we're bringing out the other Beekeeper, and that the other Beekeeper is like literally like the second boss. In this kind of world.
It's first it's he takes out the henchmen, and then I think it's like the cops or like the army, and then the SEAL Team 6 operators come in, and every time everyone's like, oh, no one's ever been able to stop you. Jeremy Irons in this movie, for God knows why, just basically kind of keeps calling like larger and larger favors in
different squads, but starts with the director of the CIA, like as if they should have worked up to that. But the first call he makes is director of CIA because he's the ex-director of the CIA, like CFO of some company. But I will say, speaking of the 2K drip on the Beekeeper 2, the Mercenaries at the end.
Oh my!
Incredible
God,
drip.
Dude.
Oh yeah!
Talk about a dude with an orange puffer, a baby blue bucket hat, ripping with an Uzi. Yeah. Incredible. Yeah. Missing every shot. To your point, like there's maybe 30 people shooting at him, walking up a staircase, but he's just somehow not getting shot, beating up everybody. It's so lit. There's a South African dude who I thought was Australian. I guess that's the same accent.
Yeah, very similar.
Can somebody confirm are Australians basically South Africans and vice versa? You're married to an Australian, isn't it the same thing?
She gets confused for being South African all the time, so yeah.
Yeah, so there's the South African in this movie who is wearing a sick-ass fit with some wild chops. By the way, he's so hot. Look him up. Look up Beekeeper. The dude who looked insane in this movie is actually a hot guy.
Oh, shit.
Did they plate him down?
He is right there, Taylor James.
He was the only guy
Lazarus.
that got a decent fight out of the Beekeeper.
That's a hot man.
He was like able.
Well,
they had the back and forth, which nobody else did. Everybody else was kind of like NPC.
Well, that's
kind
because
of
he's like the
flip.
final boss.
Yeah,
But still, why is he the final boss?
Look at him. He's hot as fuck.
He should have been the replacement Beekeeper.
He's like hot virgin on handicap.
Like if they had
They
like
should have
worked
switched
it out,
it.
yeah. Like it's
the
like
mercenary
finally,
should have been the first people trying to get him, and
Yeah.
then the second Beekeeper should have been the final boss.
yeah.
If the organization is the last thing in its way from literally fucking like killing the president, I think
Yeah.
that's a way better
Yeah.
setup. But hey, who are we to judge?
I mean, Fellavision is
David
the judge.
Ayer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the end where the president is like trying to protect her son, and then her son tries to use her as a human shield. All this shit. By the way, I would vote for her ass, even though she got in there with some bad funding. She was like, "I'm gonna tell the truth, dude. That guy, you just fucked me up, but that guy looks insane." Is that a movie that he's in, or is he just dressing?
No,
like
that's
that?
just him.
This is
That was him
offset.
when he overthrew the Capitol.
Oh, that's on a set. Is that He-Man? Is he He-Man? Damn, he's
no,
sick
he's definitely
as
not
fuck.
He-Man, but
I bet you your wife would leave you for the South African guy. He's got a
She
similar
could
accent.
fucking race me.
He should race you or race.
Race me to fucking get in this guy's arms.
JP, do you have any calls on who he should play in a prequel?
yeah.
This guy?
Yeah.
In a prequel of Beekeeper?
No, just you already
general.
made the call about the Succession thing. Who's
Oh, okay. Who's he gonna be? I think if we're going Succession, he's fucking what's his name, Mr. Roy. What's
Brian Cox?
Yeah, he's
Oh
Brian Cox.
shit, Brian
He's
Oh, with
Cox.
the accent. Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow,
He's
that would be
Brian
incredible.
Cox, just super hot. Like, why the fuck? The other dude is the brother. What the hell's his name in the fucking movie or in
Logan
the show?
Roy?
Logan Roy.
Yeah, that's him, dude.
I mean, they look the same.
Taylor James plays young Logan Roy.
I can see
No
it.
reason.
Wait, when he
Succession prequel.
when he conquers
He's
like the
just so hot
planet,
and ripped. And now he's like a fat weird dude who like dies of a
And
stroke
that's
while
what
taking a
happens once you
shit.
get into the business world. Then you start looking like this.
Speaking of shitting forever, Brian Cox in Succession dies taking a shit.
Damn.
Spoiler on Succession if you haven't seen that yet. Sorry.
Sorry. Hope you haven't been
He was on
saving
Ozempic
it.
in that. That's what they don't tell you. All right, fuck it. This movie was ridiculous. Let's just rate this sucker. What are you guys giving it? And I think it's fair, by the way. Let's consider the rating system against movies like this. So we're rating it against Taken. We're rating it against John Wick. Where are you putting it?
Wait, where is Taken on the scale?
I would say
John
Taken
Wick-
is a 10. John Wick is
Nah,
John Wick's series is like a 9.
No, but John Wick 1 though is I would say the 10. Because I was like,
John Wick 1's pretty
Yeah, I was
fucking
gonna say,
great.
I was like, John Wick 1 is better than Taken.
I disagree.
Really?
I think Taken's better.
The funny thing about this movie is that while I didn't enjoy it and I thought it was bad, I had a lot of fun in the theater
100%.
Yeah.
because it got so ridiculous when all the bee conversations were going on. Jason Statham would not stop
keep
talking
bees.
about bees,
Yeah.
and everyone was mentioning bees. That this is the first time that I'm falling into an issue with the banger scale because this movie was really bad.
You're putting it up against
But
movies like it, though.
Yeah,
That are, like stupid and funny, but also like action and good.
yeah, it's not a banger, unfortunately.
Not in that. I agree.
Yeah, it's nab.
It's a nab.
We got
Yeah,
nab.
It's a classic
Yeah.
nab. This is a 5 for me on the dumb action movies. It's like it's got good action and it is entertaining. I like all dumb action movies. I'll watch all of them. Period. So it's already on the like. It's like pizza. Like this is a movie that like is gonna be fun. It might not
Yeah.
taste good though. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's where I give this movie a 5. It is dollar store John Wick. Like like you accidentally buy this movie, but going into it, like you knew it was going to be dumb, and it is that like bring the assassin out of retirement kind of thing. So it's like it fit the mold, but the problem is that like society has moved forwards. But then even if you put this movie back before John Wick and stuff like that, like I don't think it was as good as anything
Oh no,
else.
it's resting on the laurels of those movies.
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
I was like, it teeters above mediocrity. Like it is a good action movie in that realm, but like not that great.
The funny thing about a movie like this is that there is, for action movies, a horseshoe theory of the worst movies and the best movies being the most fun to watch.
Yeah,
that's
Like,
true.
if you go on Tubi,
You know what was right in the middle of that? The Killer. It was good.
Yeah.
But it was a good action movie.
Yeah.
It was good.
Totally.
It's right in the middle.
Yeah, like you could get into a fight with. You think about could the Beekeeper take out the killer?
Yeah. Okay, let's go over that. Who's winning in a all-out like battle royale? Is it Liam Neeson in Taken? Is it John Wick? Is it Michael Fassbender as the killer? Is it whatever the fuck his name is?
Adam
I almost
Clay?
said Michael Strahan.
Adam Shaw,
Jason Statham.
Michael Clayton.
As any of the people that he's played. But let's go with Beekeeper. We've got Statham, Keanu, Fassbender, and who was the first one that I mentioned?
Sorry,
Liam Neeson.
I'm just trying to go into my list
Who's
of
winning?
cool movies.
Cool movies.
Who's winning? Neeson, Fassbender, Statham, Keanu.
Well,
Can we go wild card?
Neeson for sure.
Yeah, throw in a
wow,
wild
here,
card. Who
wild
comes in
card.
at the end?
Who are you saying?
Oscar Isaac in the card counter.
No, he's out.
I didn't
dude.
see that.
Nah,
I didn't see
show
that.
him
Neeson's
Trader.
shooting him in the head on the first scene.
He's playing poker against these guys. He's winning.
Well,
Yeah, he's just like, I'm all in.
Yeah.
Just with a gun.
well, I think the problem with the Beekeeper is that he's too powerful. There's nobody that can match him.
apparently
So
he can't
I
get
don't
shot.
think that was just like.
Same thing with John Wick, though.
But I don't know. John
Wick
Wick,
is
like,
more
but he gets
powerful.
injured. He falls downstairs. Like Jason Statham never
He's
made
on some Bruce Willis unbroken shit.
Yeah,
He falls downstairs for a half hour.
yeah, like it was a lot. And there was like moments where you're like, I
So
don't
who's
know
your
if he's
vote?
gonna make it. Well, I mean, the problem is
You're sticking with
Beekeeper's
Beekeeper.
Yeah, Beekeeper's gonna.
You're sticking with Oscar Isaac out of the crew?
Yeah, let's go with him. I love that
You're
movie.
Neeson?
Yeah, I'm definitely Neeson
I think
for
I'm
sure.
John Wick.
Damn.
John Wick wins that fight for sure.
Nah.
John Wick, the world has gone against him 4 times. We've seen it happen, and he's taken him out every single
Well,
time.
guess what? He
And
hasn't
also,
met, he hasn't met
each
the
movie was good.
Beekeeper yet, the king of fucking assassins.
But he met that fat guy with the big teeth.
That's
in
true.
the
yeah, but
last
that's just a club promoter that has a sick ass gun.
one. He does have a sick gun. And on that note, shout out to John Wick, fat guy with big teeth and a big gun.
Honestly, that was an
Beekeeper,
incredible
not a
character.
banger.
No,
right? We're going with Beekeeper's not a banger on this one, folks.
it's not a banger.
Do we
It's
want-
one you can miss.
What do you want to do for movie to
Should we
movie?
do movie to movie on this?
Yeah,
Let's
I think
end with
we-
movie to movie. We kind of did headlines in the middle, eh? Ozempic,
There's a
Ozempic
couple-
baby
we-
shits forever.
had
There's a couple
Lid in
other
the
things
middle.
we can,
Let's
say.
go movie to movie.
Movie
So
to
we got
movie?
Beekeeper to Saltburn. Or
right.
Saltburn to Beekeeper we have to do.
Yeah.
Do this really easily. All right.
You got it?
I think I got it.
He's
No
already
fucking
got
way.
it.
You thought about this? All right, go.
All right. Let's go. Can we go reverse?
You want
Beekeeper
I want to go
Saltburn?
Beekeeper to Saltburn.
Okay, that's
All
fine.
All right. Mini drivers and Beekeeper. Mini driver.
Who's Mini
What?
Driver?
How
Time
did-
out.
You fucking
Wait,
Mini
which-
drivers.
which-
Mini
which one
driver
was-
is in Good Will Hunting.
No, but which one
Look
was
up
she?
Mini
Who
Driver.
was she in this?
She's she's like the.
Oh, she's the lady
F-
on the phone.
Yeah, she's either the CIA or the FBI
You
agent.
Googled this shit before, dude. Who the
Why
fuck
did
is this?
fuck
thing?
are
You
you talking
just
about? She's
sprung
Mini Driver.
movie to movie
Mini
on him. He
Driver's a
didn't even
pretty-
know it was gonna happen.
Okay, fine.
Mini
fine.
Driver's
He just
a
has a mini driver
All right, fine.
head.
You're rocking it.
I was like, I
sorry.
never heard
I'm
of
sorry
Mini
for doubting
Driver.
you. I'm sorry doubting you. Go ahead. Mini Driver. What else is she in?
She's in Good Will Hunting.
Oh, classic.
Okay, so Good Will Hunting. How are we getting to Jacob Elordi?
I'm not getting there. Guess who's in this? Ben Affleck.
Okay.
Ben Affleck, Gone Girl.
Gone Girl.
Oh!
Ben Affleck is in Gone Girl.
And
with
what's her
Rosamund
name?
Pike.
Fucking
Rosamund Pike.
Rosamund Pike.
Wow.
Saltburn.
She's in Saltburn.
So Beekeeper, we did Mini Driver, who's in Beekeeper, was also in Good Will Hunting.
54
Zoom out.
seconds.
Ben Affleck is in Good Will Hunting, who's also in Gone Girl, who's with Rosamund Pike, who's in Saltburn.
Wow, that was incredible.
Nailed it. That was a good one.
thank you.
I feel like you cheated, but
How did
if
you
you
cheat?
didn't, you're a goat.
Do you,
That's
not,
it.
do you not know Mini
You
Driver?
sprung.
Listen, that's a compliment, brother.
You sprung
I
movie to
appreciate
movie
It's a
on.
compliment.
We
You
weren't
did
even
too
gonna do
good.
movie to movie.
You did too good. I think you cheated.
I'll take
The
it.
man just
Whatever.
knows
I think
Mini
so.
Driver.
I think he definitely cheated.
You feel like you cheated? Let's
Whatever,
end
guys.
on Brian cheated.
There's no way he cheated. You
Brian
sprung it
cheated.
on.
No.
We
We,
gotta
we
go
should,
to-
we should
just
do
go to
one more
headlines.
headline
One
Okay,
more
fine.
headline.
One more
that is
headline, then we're
related
outta
to
here.
Beekeeper
All right, what
because
is
it hits with everything we've talked about today.
Oh,
Okay.
true.
You
All right,
know?
what do we got?
Josh Hutcherson was on a late night show recently and made a confession about not having been caught up with the movies of 2023, the best ofs.
He's not watching Anatomy of a Fall.
He's not watching Fellavision.
He's not even
watching
watching
Beta Center.
Oppenheimer.
He's definitely watching Fellavision. Five Nights at Freddy's episode.
Yeah.
Shout out episode 00000.
Yes, unreleased episode. Yeah, but let's roll tape.
I live under a rock. I just stare
shit.
at walls and play Fortnite.
I do
It's
that.
more interesting than this.
Me, the Leo meme of pointing.
I literally don't go. Legitimately, it's January 15th, checking my sick ass watch. I've left my house to film this podcast. And that's it this year.
Well, and
I'm
you're
not
also
fucking kidding.
He went and saw Beekeeper.
What else did I? Oh, we saw the movie.
Yeah.
So this podcast, that's part of filming this podcast. I've not left my apartment other than podcast-related events for this year.
He's just like us.
They also just built
And I played Fortnite and Call of Duty this year.
A grocery store did open up in your building, so I guess that...
I left, technically I walked out the door and walked into the other door of the building.
You're still in the same building.
Food town.
Which Josh Hutcherson character would you want as a Fortnite skin?
Fucking, what's his name from Hunger Games, dude?
The Rock guy. Remember that scene where he puts the makeup on? Like, that's his superpower, is that he just blends into the
He's really
the wall.
good at camouflage.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other movies he's been in.
I don't think Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he's had too big of a. I thought, by the way, let me give him his flowers. He did terribly in Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
Because he played over serious.
Mm-hmm.
He played the perfect mix of like serious and dumb.
Yeah.
In this
Yeah.
movie, I think he might have been the best actor in the movie.
Oh, for sure.
He was having fun.
He was the only actor in the movie.
Yeah. All right. Is that it on? We got any other headlines that you wanted to cover?
There's one more. We're talking
Staring
about
at walls and playing Fortnite.
the AMC.
Yeah, Nicole Kidman's suit from the AMC.
Do you
ad.
want to buy the suit from Nicole Kidman's AMC ad?
Yeah.
Yes. Put it right here behind us during the
It
filming.
could be on a
Hanging from the
mannequin right
rafters.
here.
It's Michael Kors, of course. It's Michael Kors, dude. That's fucking hilarious. How
Wait,
much
how
is
much-
it?
4,200 right now.
Wait, but how
That
much
was
is
pretty
like
good.
like say if we wanted to buy a version of this that like we all
Alibaba?
fit into? No, but
I'd fit
there
in
has to be
that.
a Michael Kors
I would
version.
definitely fit in that.
Look up Alibaba AMC
Oh, it's like a
suit.
single. It's like a one piece.
I didn't know it was a one piece.
No, that ain't it.
We go to Michael's, we go to Hobby Lobby. We
No,
can
just
No,
Google
but I
AMC
want
suit.
the Michael
Nicole
Kors.
Kidman AMC suit costume.
No one's ever Googled this.
You're gonna wear it next episode if we find one.
Oh wow.
Yeah, definitely.
Shop the ad. We're getting. Listen, folks. By the end of the year, we're gonna get Andy a suit, either the suit or a suit like it, and he's wearing the Nicole Kidman suit. Yes.
That's actually, that's actually never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, this
Holy
is for the fellas. This is the Nicole Kidman
Just
suit.
gonna tape pinstripes
Yeah,
on it
yeah.
with, like,
I
electric
didn't
tape.
realize that she was.
She's just Dr. Evil.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's
Dr.
Dr. Evil.
Nicole Kidman and the new Austin Powers. That'd be fucking sick.
Why can't they reboot Austin Powers? What is going on?
They're going
Everything
to.
else is being rebooted
We're
or
too old.
revitalized. Like
They're definitely
we have a
going
new
to.
Ghostbusters coming out. Why not a new Austin Powers?
They made Austin Powers goddamn woke, is what they did.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, don't.
Wait,
that's
four?
not
No,
what
they are
doing
doing
it?
it. They are doing it. Yeah.
Well, never mind. Prophecy fulfills itself.
in development. Mike Myers expressed interest in making another one.
In development is a very,
I mean,
Murky
I
phrase.
just spoke it into existence. It's in development. They just heard the podcast.
They
and-
just have like a.
He's like, sex pest behavior is not groovy, baby.
yeah. It's a shame that they're not going to redo the Love Guru instead. The only film
The
from
Love
Love
Guru.
Guru Productions.
I rock with Mike Myers and everything he's done. He's so sick. What a homie. All right, y'all. Let's wrap it. Beekeeper, you can skip it. Just watch Taken again. Just watch
Yeah.
John Wick again.
And keep coming back to this podcast for more recommendations on what to watch.
Yeah, of
and what are
course.
we watching next time?
I have no fucking
No,
idea.
we're talking about
boys.
not point of view. What the fuck is the movie called? The Nazi movie.
oh,
not-
yeah.
Oh, Zone of Interest?
Zone of Interest.
We're not talking about
It's
Zone
like a
of
movie with
Interest.
zero fucking dialogue.
I think
Yeah.
ISS would be fun.
We'll probably.
Oh, ISS does look
ISS would be
good.
That's another dumbass movie. You know what? Fuck it. We're watching
I don't know if
ISS.
that's a
let's keep
dumbass
going.
movie. That's fucking space.
It looks dumb as shit.
It's like
I'm
Panic
excited.
Room in space.
And then what's that? The next one we'll do is the Civil War
Oh, the Civil War
with Jesse
movie.
Plemons
Is that
playing.
not coming out
what
till, like,
type
April?
of American are you? Damn, is it really?
I think that's like later in the
When's ISS come out? Is that even going to be out in time for this?
Yeah, yeah.
ISS, yeah.
Couple weeks.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's coming
cool.
out real soon.
That's what we're seeing. All right, y'all. Rock on, London. Rock on, Chicago.
Yeah, London,
Wheaties,
Boston.
Breakfast of Champions. Shout out Wesley Willis.